You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Smack, smack, smack! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller, you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. Sorry if I feel tired, that's because I am. I've been working all week and working on videos across my channels, but I managed to just about squeeze in this week's Movie Monday. Almost forgot again, actually. It is Sunday evening. I was about to stream on Twitch and I realised, wait a second, I forgot to do that video. Last week it was completely late and I still got up on Monday night, but yeah, this time I'm going to be on time, but it's only just. But anyway, I'm watching The Joker today because obviously Joker 2 is coming out, and this year we're doing sort of a theme of, oh, this movie's coming out, this sequel's coming out, let's watch these movies as predecessors leading up to the next movie. And this is just one movie, just watching The Joker before Joker 2. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Joker 2, hopefully it's good. I heard it's like a musical type thing. I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, but we'll see. I don't mind musicals, it's just that a musical with the Joker in it, I'm not 100% sure on that, but hopefully it's good. And it might not be like a full musical, it might be just, you know, songs here and there, but I'm still looking forward to it. It's just that I don't know what to, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. The trailers haven't convinced me yet, but the first one was a very good movie. I think Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. I am 14 minutes in to this film right now. For me, a massive gripe with me for the is that even the right term? A massive thing for me with the Joker is making a Joker film without Batman is just like not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that it's kind of an annoying way to do an origin story for Joker, considering, you know, Joker's part of his persona is his obsession with Batman. He exists because of Batman, essentially, in most storylines. So it's just that making a Joker origin story, I can understand why you'd want to do it. It's just that doing it without Batman is just I wouldn't call it a red flag, but I'm just like, are you sure? But they put it off of this. They've done better than the Sony Spider-Man universe, making all these Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man, and most of them are not doing very well. This one actually did well critically and in terms of the box office, and it was a good film. Really well directed, great acting, which I'm not surprised by. It's Joaquin Phoenix. That guy can act so many different types of roles, and even before the movie came out, I just knew that he'd be good as a performance. You know, I just knew even if the movie was going to be good, I knew he was going to be good, but the movie was good as well on top of that, so that's a great bonus. So like when I saw his look on the trailer, I definitely thought, yeah, he can pull a look off as well. No issues with that. It's just that the main issue is, it's not around Batman. Now, the Waynes are in this, and they do have sort of like a connection, especially to his mother's storyline and stuff like that. What I do also like is the way they explain why he laughs a lot. It's interesting that he's a guy with a mental condition. A mental condition where he laughs out loud in serious situations, where he doesn't actually find something funny, but he can't control the fact that he laughs. I think that's a good way to explain Joker's laugh. I really think that's a really good way, because it's quite clear he's someone who has clear mental health issues in any storyline. So I like the way they did that part of the story. I'm just like, yeah, that actually would make sense in the real world sometimes. I'm sure there's... I was going to say, is it a real condition? I'm sure it is. I just googled it just in case. It is based on an actual condition. Yeah, okay, yeah. So to the real world, it could be realistic, you know. He is a guy with serious mental health issues. But yeah, also I love how, despite the fact there's no Batman, eventually in this film they managed to show Bruce Wayne losing his parents in an alleyway. We've seen this in so many different shows and movies throughout the years. even a Joker film without Batman in it, we see the same scene. You can't escape it. What I find a bit funny is this guy's really old, right? And Bruce Wayne is still a kid. So when Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, this guy will be almost dead or something. Like, maybe not that far, but be very old. So that's why, like, I like the theory behind he's not the actual Joker. The actual Joker is going to be inspired by this guy. So this guy is sort of like an OG Joker, but the actual Joker that takes on Batman is someone else who's crazy, who takes after this guy, gets inspired by this guy. This is what I'm just like. That's one of the theories I heard, and that theory I think makes sense. Because you know they're generally arch nemesis, and also because of the chaos that he caused at the end of this film. I remember that's when Bruce Wayne's parents died, so there will be history there for sure. But I feel like there's another Joker in this universe that'll be like in the future, the one that Batman actually takes down, and then he breaks out of prison again. But yeah, this is a great film, great acting, and very sad and depressing at the same time, and partly scary, sometimes funny. I just hope. I've just seen Zazie Beetz' character. I remember that moment when, cause like her scenes with him, I really thought she was his friend. Then I found out that she wasn't really like she was real. She was a real person, but like he imagined their friendship. I actually did not even realize that until they revealed it. I'm just like, oh. And I feel like I should have known because it was around my face the entire time. But yeah, Zazie Beetz killed it in that role. And in Deadpool 2. She's killed it in both Marvel and DC. Fair enough to her. Also, when I like to compare this, because when I mentioned that Joker will be old by the time Bruce Wayne grows up, this reminds me of Gotham. in Gotham, you have Bruce Wayne as a kid, and it's a show about Jim Gordon. Before Batman. It's a show about what happens before Batman, except Bruce Wayne is actually there, but just a kid, so he can't do anything. And in that show, the Joker's actually a kid as well. He's like a few years older, but he's already becoming the Joker before Batman even exists. And he's not Joker because of Bruce Wayne. And there's, well, Catwoman's a kid as well, but apart from that, you got Penguin, Riddler, they're all adults, adult Bane and everything. And I'm just like, Bruce Wayne's still a kid. He's going to be fighting pensioners when he grows up, apart from the Joker who's just a few years older. I do like the lead up though, from when he's just a guy with mental health issues, who's put in hospital and then came out and still had brain injury, etc. And he turned into an eventual maniac. Because of things that happened. He got picked on, he got bullied, he got attacked. So many things happened to him, and then obviously later on, his mother would die, and that's not before, like, she told him that Thomas Wayne was his father, that she had an affair with him. But he finds out towards the end that was never true. He was actually adopted by his mum, and just like him, his mum also had mental health issues. And obviously losing his mum after that, it's just like, and finding out his friendship with Zazie Beetz was not even real either. Just everything piled on. Like, this guy going over the edge was inevitable. That is for sure. And then obviously the TV show and that assassination was a pretty shocking scene. But I'm curious, which leads to like my next gripe with the Joker. The Joker, yes, he is a mentally ill man. Like, that storyline makes sense. Like, that would be who the Joker is in any continuation. I feel like, yeah, obviously, and there's also the failed comedian part of that as well. But a guy with mental health issues who got pushed over the edge, I get that. But eventually, when he's actually the Joker, he's still that, but he also becomes like a scheming maniac who robs, commits crimes. I mean, he does kill people in this, but I'm going to say kills people, he's a terrorist. He starts to become like a really smart, maniacal, violent genius in a really bad way. He starts to become this maniac who schemes and pulls off heists and other things. Does he start to become that in the second film? Because I kind of want to see that version of Joker. I know there's like a different standalone storyline. It's kind of like Elseworlds. It's like disconnected from any other DC continuation. I get that, but I still want to see him turn into like more of the Joker. He looks the part. He plays the role well, but I just feel like they got to build towards something more than what they've shown us. It was a great first film. In the second one, I wanted them to build towards the Joker that we know more of. This is why I'm doubtful. I'm just curious, what direction are they taking with the second one, apart from being a musical, apart from having Harley Quinn played by Lady Gaga, which I'm sure she'll play it well. I have no issues with her being Harley Quinn. I just hope it's good, you know. I hope it's like a storyline where they break out of prison together and they go crazy on Gotham or something like that. You know, I want to see the Joker. I want to see the Joker that we know about. But yeah, hopefully they do that. And hopefully it's a good film. I just hope it's a good film. I'm doubtful. Even though the first one was great, I'm just doubtful. But I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. But yeah, as I've been talking all this time, I am still watching. 26 minutes in. He's at this stand-up comedy show, writing notes. It was obviously taking inspiration, but obviously we know he doesn't turn out to be a good comedian. Although some good memes online came out of this film, in fairness. I completely forgot about the scene where he had a gun in his pocket and he was like doing a clown thing at Kids Hospital, just dancing for them, entertaining, then the gun falls out and he gets sacked. I completely forgot that entire scene. I do remember the train scene though, which we're on right now. I really like how they slowly build up to a crazier version. Obviously, part of it wasn't slow when he shot those 3 guys on the train. Obviously they were attacking him, beating him up, and they were harassing women before that. But yeah, he shot all 3 of them. He was pretty cold with that, you know. For some mental health issues, he's pretty accurate with his gun. I know most of them are close range, but still. He was pretty damn menacing as well, chasing the 3rd guy down when he was trying to get away. But yeah, the idea of his therapy and everything, medication, everything being cancelled because they cut his funding. Another thing where, you know, the government doesn't care enough about people with mental health issues like him. And I feel like that kind of like, not exactly, but partly relates to how the real world is. Because there's a lot of people with mental health issues that are not getting the treatment they did in real life. So I feel like they've definitely added a bit of realism to that, to the real world in comparison. But yeah, I'm just basically, this film is basically all the things that turn him into this crazy guy. But this is also why I want the second one to be something more extravagant. I want to see more of a scheming Joker, because we saw him in the origin in the first film and it was a great, well told story. The sequel needs to be like something, you know, something more like the Joker we know. But yeah, I've said this like 4 times now, but we'll wait till the movie comes out and then we'll judge. But this is why I'm doubtful. What are we gonna get? What are we really gonna get? I'm just thinking, right, because that scene where he went to the Wayne's house and saw Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne remembered that as a kid, that the Joker came to his house and then tried to choke Alfred the butler. And eventually, obviously, his parents die in this film. And that will be ingrained in his memories, not just his parents dying, but also the fact that the guy who basically caused it, even though it wasn't him himself, the idea of him caused it. He's going to remember that the guy that essentially indirectly caused the death of his parents was at his house at one point. But yeah, this is why I'm wondering if the Joker's a separate person. The actual Joker, if there's going to be someone else inspired by him in the future. We were never going to see that anyway, because this story is going to end with Joaquin Phoenix. We're not going to see this future universe where Bruce becomes Batman. We see enough of Batman. We got another Batman universe which is going great. So yeah, obviously that's not connected anyway. But we're not going to see that anyway. So, but it's good to theorize about it. Is it going to be him that's the actual Joker, or is it someone else? Because like in this case, he knows that Arthur Fleck is the guy. Like he will. I mean, he might remember. Like when he grows up, he'll remember Arthur Fleck. He'll remember the name. So who know who it is. So maybe he is not the Joker in the future. Someone else is. He was just the one that inspires the Joker. I'm onto something. I mean, I said it's like 100 people have said this already. It's nothing new. It's been said when this movie came out. I'm not bringing up anything new to the table. I just wanted to bring it up again. To bring it up in this film. So I'm just at the scene where he ends up killing his mum. I actually forgot that detail. For some reason I thought she just died. But he murdered her. So obviously his breaking point was finding out from the paperwork. I forgot that Brian Tyree Henry was in this. I forgot he was in this. He's also in the Godzilla movies, the recent ones. But anyway, yeah. He steals the paperwork that proves that his mother had mental health issues and she tied him to a radiator when he was young. She abused him really badly, and she lied to him that Thomas Wayne is his father, and he was actually adopted, and he found this all out through paperwork. She lied to him his whole life. Obviously, him already with mental health issues, it's not going to help him, and he basically snapped. And in that scene where it reveals that his relationship with Zazie Beetz wasn't real, and it was just like, the first time I saw it, I genuinely fell for it. And I was just like, ever since the second time I've seen it onwards up to now, I don't know how many times I've seen it now, it's at least 20 I think. Every time I'm just like, it's so obvious it's not real. But the first time I saw it, I fell for it. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But yeah, he's basically at a snapping point. And we've not even gotten to the scene where he murders his friend in his own apartment, and then he scares his other friend, his little friend. Like, that's not happened yet. That scene hasn't happened yet. So yeah, there's still more to come. And then there's the TV show with Robert De Niro, and then there's the part where he gets chased down the streets before that show, and obviously the chaos and the road riots that end up causing the death of the Waynes. And also Thomas Wayne is sort of a bit of a prick in this, of course. Seems to be a rich guy who looks down on the poor in a city that's struggling with a lot of different things, and he's running for mayor. It's an interesting portrayal of Thomas Wayne, because generally in the Batman movies and shows, Thomas Wayne is not seen as a good guy anyway. People don't like him, but it's usually down to him just being rich and just not doing enough. People just think, oh, he has money, doesn't do much. Yeah, like in this movie, I think feeds into that quite well, except they go up a little bit more, turn it up a notch, and they go, actually, he's a massive prick. So yeah, I just like that detail. Even though the scene's meant to be so serious, it's just like the way they filmed that scene it's just wild, man. In the apartment murder. So when he kills his friend who's holding the gun, and obviously two of his friends are there that work with him. The big guy's holding the gun, and the little guy, who obviously is very short. After he kills the big guy, the little guy tries to leave the apartment and he can't reach the lock because he's so short. And this scene is just like it's like you don't know whether you want to laugh or cry. And if you laugh, are you a bad person? Like that entire moment where, like, you can tell he's terrified as well. Obviously, like, the Joker's terrifying, and he's just killed his friend right in front of him. He's just trying to get out of the apartment, and he needs the murderer's help to get out of the apartment. And then Joker says, "You don't want to have been nice to me," lets him go. It's just, yeah. But now I'm on the chase scene where the cops are chasing him, and he's on the train. And then we're heading towards the finale now, where that show happens and chaos ensues. And the movie is over. Again, obviously great acting. I mean, Joaquin, you expect that from him anyway. You expect him to be great, whatever role he takes on. But aside from that, you know, he played Joker well. Considering the material and the script that they used for this film, he played that role very well. I think the storytelling was good. It was just an all-round great movie. That's why I want more from the second one, because it is the Joker after all. This is one of the most famous villains of any media. Like, maybe not the most famous, I'm sure. I mean, Darth Vader's one example of someone who's higher up. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones. But anyway, like, when you consider iconic villains, Joker is up there with one of the most well-known villains ever. And we know him as being this maniacal, scheming guy who causes trouble to Gotham City and is an arch nemesis for Batman. Obviously, we're not going to see Batman, but I want to see more of that Joker that we know of. This is a good origin story to do, to reveal his identity and to reveal what he's doing, why he exists, stuff like that. But the second film needs to be more like the Joker that we know. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, I say the Joker that we know. Every movie adaptation is different. Like Jack Nicholson was different to Heath Ledger, different to Mark Hamill's animated versions. Like there's so many different versions of Joker, and they're all unique in their own way. This one also is unique in its own way. But all the other ones, obviously, they were more Jokery in terms of what he's meant to be in relation to Batman. But even without Batman, they can still pull it off, I think. I'm just intrigued to see how it goes down. Hopefully, number 2 is a good film. I'm excited for it. I just hope they don't mess it up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll definitely watch it. And if I like it, I'll watch it again. You know me, comic book movies. When I go to the cinema to watch a comic book movie, if I like it, I tend to go back to the cinema. So, yeah, check on my personal channel, Sir Davidoff. That's where the vlog will be when I go to the cinema to watch it. There will be just a short review on here. So that's just, I'll do like a 1 minute short on YouTube Shorts. But there'll be a proper like video as a vlog on Sir Davidoff. So get subscribed over there. But anyway, I hope it's a good film. That's all I'm hoping for. And I feel like the Waynes will be involved again. Because obviously, I mean, they're dead, but Bruce Wayne is still there. And I'm curious to know what Bruce Wayne is doing in this universe in the second one. I feel like he'll be there as well. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. The rating for the film, like I always forget to rate it, 9.2 out of 10. Goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever